Just Chase, Anthony Joseph, Prime Stay, Holiday Homes. Most awarded agent in Dubai, his name is Anthony. Portfolios he's scaling really high, that's why they can't compete. The first time that he came out to Dubai, he didn't have a thing. Now he's out here changing all these lives and it's a masterpiece.
We are back in a new episode with Khalid. If you guys don't know Khalid, you've been living under a rock. This guy has been like kind of all over social media, blowing up, giving so many topics, giving us quality content that we are missing out in the city. Khalid, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to be here.
Where did you come from? That's the main question that everyone is asking.
Yeah, so a lot of people guessed it wrong. So my name's not actually Khalid. It was given to me at my Shahada. My name's Louis, my birth name. So my family are half like English-Irish, and the other half are St. Lucian. So I'm half black. I'm not Arab, I'm not Moroccan.
My wife has a passport from there.
Come on.
Yeah,
Really?
just got her one.
Tax purposes. You know the score.
And travel purposes.
Yeah. But I was born and raised in the UK, a small town up north near Manchester. And I recently moved to Dubai just over a year ago.
How was all of this? Let's talk about your childhood before coming here. We want to get to know the person behind all of this. So how was the childhood?
So I definitely come from humble beginnings. For example, where the area that I was growing up, if you came home from school and the house alarm was going off, it meant that the electricity had gone. We used to have these little electric keys. You'd have to go and top it up at the shop like you would a SIM card.
Yeah.
And keep the electricity going, and we'd always be in the red because we was always broke. And growing up in that environment with kind of lack of access to information, because the schools weren't all too great, and a lot of the time you didn't want to be at school because you had to worry about making money and stuff for my mum. So that led to a life that I should have never kind of stepped foot into. And I was in that life for many, many years. And then recently I resurfaced, I found Allah, and it gave me direction. And then from there, I started to set up businesses. I spent tens of thousands of dollars on business coaching. I've read every book under the sun you can think of. And then I started to implement that knowledge, and life just got a whole lot better.
Why did you move to Dubai, and why did you take that decision, and why Dubai? You could have been anywhere on the planet.
Listen, I did everything backwards. So I came to Dubai, I invested, went back to the UK, came back again, invested again, went back to the UK, did not intend on coming back to Dubai until my good friend Eamon pitched a business idea to me. And anytime I look to seed a startup or get involved in a company, I always kind of vet the person that's pitching me the idea. And Eamon was an ideal candidate for me to get into business with, just because of his ethics, the way that he treats his family. Everything he does is for his mother back home. And he had a viable business. So I came back, we sat down, we thought about it, and we kicked off kind of the initial phase of the company, which is the podcast studio. And we used that as one giant lead magnet to attract a huge network of Dubai to ourselves, to then upsell them into an agency. So yeah, we ended up attracting everyone from government, finance, the police, real estate, you name it, e-com. And then we managed to build out an agency off the back of that success, which is doing very well. That's why I'm here today, because of the social media.
You came to Dubai and invested into property.
Yeah, real estate. Yeah, typically that's...
Why did you invest in real estate in Dubai while you are from one of the most mature markets on the planet?
Do you want the honest answer?
Yeah, of course.
The government can't touch it. That's the honest answer. And also, because... So, when you look to invest in real estate, you've got to look at the area economically. Now, the UK has nowhere near the level of opportunity when investing in real estate at entry level than Dubai. So, for example, Dubai is probably one of the only places that I know that you can buy property with just a passport copy, an email, and a phone number. Right?
100%.
Do you get it?
No.
So there's no barrier to entry. And even if you're someone that doesn't want to pay cash, even if you're someone that wants to start off with a payment plan, in the UK, you would have to apply for a mortgage. To apply for a mortgage, you would have to have at least 2 years of business accounts, books. Yeah. And for someone like me, coming from the background that I came from, I could never get a job because obviously I messed around in my younger years. I never wanted a job anyway. I was always too for that. And on a lot of the companies back home, I was a silent partner. So for me, it was a fresh start. It was a new start. It was a great place to come and live. Embracing Islam as well. I wanted to move away from the UK because I love the fact that in Dubai, it's one of the most it is the most multicultural city in the world, but it still embodies Islam and religion in general. Do you get what I mean? And nobody kind of discriminates against your background. No one cares. As long as you come here and you're coming with the right intentions and you want to make money, opportunities are going to come. No one's ever going to knock you for it because I think that's the culture of Dubai. 95% of the residents here are expats. Is it?
And it comes to Dubai, so basically the population is 3.6 million. We can say locals are 250.
Yeah. So you can imagine the amount of people that come from around the world to create opportunity, right? So back home where I'm from, if you were to strike up a random conversation in the street, people will be looking, thinking, what is it going to go off here? Whereas in Dubai, you can be in the gym, you can be spotting someone who you've never met before in your life. The next minute, you're speaking to the portfolio manager of a centimillionaire. Do you get it? You're positioned in the flow of money. And trust me, after spending a lot of time kind of in deep reflection on how we're going to hit the billion mark, one key kind of element to the path to that success is to position yourself within the flow of money. It's so easy to make money in Dubai. And that's one of the reasons, that's probably the main reason why I came.
How about the social media? Your content has been blowing up all over the place. You're following, congratulations, 130, 140K.
Yeah, 130.
130, and definitely by the time this will be live, it's going to be like 150, if not more than that.
Inshallah.
I've seen clowns all over social media, and when I say clowns, it's like that I am disrespecting them. It's just like people that they have to do goofy stuff in order for them to be seen, to be visible, to make people laugh, to get likes or views. But this will never convert into a business.
Mm-hmm.
How can someone that actually wants to make a classy, proper content do it in Dubai and see results? Because the main issue is like when someone is telling you, whenever I'm giving educational stuff, no one cares.
Mm-hmm.
Watch me rent a Lamborghini, fall from it, or I don't know, do something else. And
what do you do for a living? Yeah.
So how can someone distinguish themselves from all of that crazy madness that's happening and all over social media, especially our own followings in Dubai?
Okay. So the best way that I can kind of explain this is, on social media, there's 4 main types of content that are consumed. 2 of them are entertaining content and educational content. A lot of the time, people are consuming content to go down a rabbit hole to get the dopamine hit that they're not getting in life, which is why a lot of people watch entertaining content, which is why a lot of entertaining content bangs, which then leads to creators thinking, I need to create entertaining content to get the views. But now, there's content creation and content marketing are 2 different things. So if your intention is to just get views and entertain people, that's fine. But if you're looking to monetize, you need to understand how to provide value, how to hook the right viewer, because you don't want to be speaking about lemons if people are interested in oranges. And you need to understand how to push all that attention into a funnel and enter them into a communication with you and your business. So what I would suggest, if I was a real estate agent, for example, is I wouldn't be creating gimmicky videos. Trying to make people laugh. Like I wouldn't do it. What I would do is I would position myself as a thought leader within the industry. So I'd be trying to speak directly to high-level investors and other CEOs within the industry to position myself as an authority. A bit like what you do. You drop value bombs, bro, which is why everybody watches you, which is why you generate a lot of leads, right? Yeah. So I position myself as a thought leader by giving market insights. I definitely do my research into the market. I then create 30% of my content would be sales driven. So hook, value, and a really engaging script, and a call to action, pushing them into a funnel. And then the third content pillar for me would be a connective pillar, because we want, on social media, we follow people, we don't follow brands. How many people do you follow compared to brands, right? You don't follow real estate agencies, you'll follow agents if you like them.
Absolutely.
Right? We also buy from people that we like. So the third content pillar should always be a connective pillar. So this is the reason why I attract so many Muslim business owners in Dubai, which are the people that I want to attract. Why? Because I speak about scaling businesses, how to make money on social media, and my faith, and how it kind of changed my life. Do you know what I mean? Made me a better person. So yeah, if you're a real estate agent in Dubai, you want to look at your content pillars, make sure that you've got your messaging right. As long as your messaging's right, you've got the foundation, you'll be fine. But a lot of people think that if you go for niched down messaging, you're not going to get the views. And that is correct. Yeah.
Who cares about the views? I have videos, I have barely 200 views.
But at least you convert. However, if you look at a content pillar, you've got 3 content pillars, right? One's positioning you as a thought leader, one's sales driven, one's the connective pillar. The pillar holds up the household, yeah? But the roof covers it. So see the subtopics within each content pillar as the roof that covers the people that you want to speak to. So this is the best way to have the widest reach within a niche down messaging. So for example, let's say one of your content pillars is motivation. The subtopics within motivational content could be gym motivation, life motivation, work motivation, relationship motivation. So now you're targeting people with multiple interests that are interested in your content pillar. Get it? So people that are interested in real estate, for example, me and you won't have the same interests as Kim Jong-un. Do you get what I'm saying? Or Donald Trump, right? But we all like real estate, yeah? So you want to target as many people within that niche by looking at sub-interests, subtopics. So that's what I'd suggest. I'd suggest looking at your messaging, your content pillars, your subtopics, and then around that, do the right research to find as many viral content ideas as possible, and then tweak them in your own way if you're an amateur. That's what I would do. It's called viral hacking. Works very well.
Can anyone do it? Do you need to have a specific, a knowledge, or can any person do it?
It's always better to become an expert in your field before you deliver the value. So I've read hundreds and hundreds of books on business, economics, finance, philosophy, history, religion, you name it. Everything that I've learned is self-taught. I've got no formal education, believe it or not. I've got no qualifications, AJ. None. I got kicked out of school before I was 16.
Even if you had, it means nothing in our era. I come from advertising and marketing, minor psychology.
So
that's
But a lot of people, when I enter into conversations with people at tables, they will say, "Oh, you're very intelligent, you're very smart," and they'll position me of higher intelligence than people who've got degrees because of the amount of work that I've put in on myself. So what I suggest to a real estate agent is do real analysis of the market, take all the resources that your agency's got, sit and listen to your mentors like AJ, read the books, get the knowledge, then take your content pillars and your messaging and search, for example, let's say one of your content pillars is motivation. I'm just giving examples here, right? Now, what you can do is you can use even TikTok's a search engine, right? Our content researchers troll the internet for the most viral topics within your niche to get your messaging right. That can be on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Reddit, all the forums to find the most viral trends. Now, if you're an amateur and you was just to use TikTok, what you could do is search in the search bar gym motivation, right? 100 viral videos are going to come up that are performing well. Don't look at how they're shot. Don't look at the creative direction. Just look at the value, what's being said, the actual topic, right? You can take that topic, you can change the hook to a more, a better hook that's going to invoke emotion or curiosity or controversy, right?
The hook, the first 3 seconds, I don't know. Right? Like there's no way escaping it.
Yeah, take that viral piece of content, optimize the hook, deliver it in your way. So for example, you could shoot it podcast style. Someone could be doing press-ups in a gym with a voiceover and a B-roll, speaking about motivation. You just take what he said, change the hook, sit down, shoot it like this with the CT. I guarantee you're going to generate leads. I guarantee that you're going to receive a portion of the virality that video received. Now, that's what I'd suggest to an amateur. But once you develop yourself and you're constantly doing your own research into the market, you're going to be handpicking gems and topics that you know that other agents are going to want to listen to. And if you're speaking to, for example, the content you create, you speak directly to other CEOs. So that naturally, that messaging filters down. So all the agents are going to listen to you, all the investors are going to listen to you, all the investors' wives are going to listen to you because you're speaking at the top level, right? That's why I suggest. Do your research, get your messaging right, and speak directly to the top, and everyone will follow suit.
You said you have invested few properties in Dubai. How was your experience with the brokers?
Ooh, so yeah. All right, yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not going to diss him.
No,
okay.
It's not disrespecting, but we just need people to understand that in order for you to level up your game, there is specific stuff you need to do. And once you will level up, you're leveling up everyone around you. And it's kind of tilting to all of us. Why do I need to make books or online course? Do I need to make money from it? Everyone knows what I make money from. But I make this to try to enhance the game for everyone.
Of course.
So tell me, how was your experience?
Okay.
Straightforward.
Okay, right. So I definitely don't suggest turning up to viewings hungover because you've been in surf club the night before.
Okay. So you called the Brit.
Yeah.
Done.
That's Canadian. I definitely don't. So obviously I come from a sales background. I understand sales meticulously, the psychology behind sales, right? And there's a saying that you can never close a closer.
Or hustle a hustler.
Yeah. You can't hustle a hustler. You can't close a closer.
Khalid, let's stop right here. How do you want the first impression to be? From looks to greeting to everything. How should be the first impression? Like, I mean, how would you take one that you were like, okay, I like this person. He kind of ticks all of the boxes as the first impression.
Okay. So it should be sharp. It should be hungry, and it should be accommodating. So and humble. So it's hard to be hungry and humble. Some people can come across as cocky, arrogant and whatnot. You want someone that you know is really going to prove themselves to you. There are how many agents in Dubai? What, 20,000 or something? Yeah.
Or over 80,000.
80,000, yeah. Ridiculous amount of agents, right? So what is going to set you apart from any other agent, in my view? You need to be someone that is going to prove yourself to me that you can get access to the best deals and do what needs to be done to get the figure that I want to achieve. So, for example, I need to know that you can perform the task well, that I don't need to run you down, that you're going to come to me with other opportunities and ideas, right? And that you're not just one of these brokers that's barely scraping through, not applying yourself, going out on a weekend. Like, I call them suit monkeys, sales monkeys, right? You can spot a sales monkey in an oversized suit that's not tailored from a mile off, right? That's new to the job, compared to someone that's been here, is sharp, is on the ball, and is really knowledgeable of the market. Because especially for a first-time investor, you want to make sure that first experience that you get is going to be the right one. You don't want to get burnt because you're coming into unknown territory, right? All you know is that Dubai is great economically and you can make money if you buy something off plan. But you want to feel 110% certain. And if you're coming over with a family, your family needs to feel 110% certain, right? So for me, you need to be in a sharp suit. You need to be very knowledgeable, very accommodating. You need to mirror the prospect. So someone like me, to relate to me, I'd be wanting to speak about business or family or sales in general, have a bit of a laugh. If someone's a bit quiet on a viewing, if you're walking in all guns blazing with blah, 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 they're going to be a bit, I don't really like this kid. Too much. I don't like this kid. But if you've got someone that's loud, mirror them. Mirroring is probably one of the biggest techniques in sales. Mirror the prospect, be just like them, have a laugh with them. If anything, try and get a bit of a profile on them before they meet them. So before I walked in here today, I did so much research on you. So I knew that the guy that I'm coming to see is the guy that I'm coming to see. And that's another big technique in sales. Definitely do your profiling. So you can understand the person's needs, the goals, what motivates them, the struggles as well. So that when you are trying to sell, you can sell it based around the struggle or the goal. So yeah, I could ramble on all day, I'm sorry. I go off on a rant.
What's your opinion about cold calling? And when I say cold calling, there's two types of cold calling. There is cold calling all around the world, and there's the cold calling in Dubai. So give me your opinion about this topic.
So I come from the school of hard knocks, right? And for me, cold calling is cold calling. I know that Dubai have got a bit of a thing about it. I prefer to use attraction marketing. Through years of experience, I've realized that attraction marketing is way more powerful than cold calling. Why? Because media is the biggest leverage in business. Why? because it allows you to speak to hundreds of thousands of people at one time. Whereas when you're phone bashing or cold calling, you've got to get through 100 people in a day and then manage your other tasks. If you're not going to assist, it's going to be difficult some of the time, right? And if you don't know how to manage a pipeline effectively and generate leads, yeah? So I'd always use attraction marketing because it's a lot easier to close people that come to you and that are searching for you rather than someone that isn't interested, right? But I don't knock cold calling, bro. I don't knock it. If you're someone that doesn't have the money to invest in yourself in marketing, cold calling is the way forward, bro.
Okay, so let's put it in other ways. I'm a landlord. I've been getting 80 phone calls a day for the past 4 years, and it's the same message. Hey, sir, is your property available for sale or for rent? How would I feel? Except disgusted, hanging up the phone without saying bye, blocking the number. Me having a property, and I've been harassed every day for people asking me if I want to sell it. Would I still love my home? Or I feel like, fuck, everyone wants to just let me get out of it. You know what I mean? It makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. So that boils down to the data. So a lot of data in Dubai is recycled. I personally, if I was to get into real estate, I'd look at other avenues to build out a database so that I'm not getting the same data as everyone else. And the key kind of thing that people need to understand when cold calling is how to enter into a meaningful conversation. Because a lot of the time they're not entering into meaningful conversations.
Do you have any example on back of your head you can say it? Not to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay.
Just like
if I was to call a landlord, there's many techniques you can use. You can bluff. You can do all sorts. But
do the easiest.
For example, hi Omar, it's Khalid. That tonality there is going to make you think who's Khalid.
Yeah.
Do I know you? This is stopping them from entering into a conversation in their mind of, I'm not interested. You want to always control the conversation in their mind. Hi, Omar, it's Khalid. From Mina? See the tonality from Mina? Makes you think, who's this guy? So, Omar, I know you're a very busy man, as am I, but if you give me 27 seconds, I'm going to explain to you why this is the best call that you've had all week.
Is it a must to say, give me 20 seconds or just go straight?
No. I do that just because it invokes curiosity.
Shows politeness, like you're taking his approval to pitch what you pitch. Okay.
So you can pad it out a bit if you want. You could say, hi, Omar, it's Khalid from Mina. He'd be like, yeah? Like, Omar, I know you're a very busy man, as am I, but you've landed on my desk as someone that I need to talk to today. And if you give me 27 seconds, I'll explain to you why this is the best call you've had all week. Most of the time, people are going to be like, at least go on then. And then you can go into kind of how you'd enter into a meaningful conversation. So you could, if you really wanted to. It's a bit Wolf of Wall Street like, it's a bit blaggy. But you could say, so I've currently got a client that's looking for XYZ. And because of that, your property has popped up on my database that may meet their requirements. Would you be interested in selling your property if I had a client for you, right? For example, you don't even have the client, right? Some people might say this is unethical, right? But you're entering into a meaningful conversation now. They might be interested, okay? And if they say, yeah, I'm interested in selling my property, at least now you know they're interested in selling their property. And then what you can do is ask them for more information on it. And then you can say to them, unfortunately, it's not going to meet this final requirement. However, if you're looking at listing it, I can tell you that properties in this area of such and such spec do go within the next so many weeks. I can list it. If I told you, Omar, I can list this property and get it gone in 4 to 6 weeks, would you be interested? Yeah, go on then. So you're entering into a meaningful conversation. You've got something to go to them with. I'm bringing a phantom client to you. Get it? That's one technique. There's many of them, but yeah, definitely want to hook them right. Definitely want to have a meaningful conversation, because there's no point in calling someone going, hi Omar, it's Khalid from White & Co. Do you want to sell your house? Do you get what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So, yeah.
Shout out to White & Co.
Yeah, shout out Callum. I just used you because you're from the UK. Sorry, guys.
Khalid, let's talk about your business now more into details, and I want to use this platform to invite all of the brokers, or doesn't matter what kind of business to be doing, in order for you to succeed on social media, which is having proper pages. You need to learn the basics and the advanced, and this is where you guys come in. Tell us what kind of business you can help with, any activity, doesn't matter what the business is.
So we spent tens of thousands of dollars acquiring the knowledge needed to scale any brand in any industry, right? I'm talking, for example, I've just put the team through another $6,000 coaching program, which consists of 4 calls with one of the biggest content marketers in the world, right? So we're paying a premium for the knowledge that we're acquiring as we're growing. And one of the biggest assets that we created was the MENA 300 viral video template. Now, this consists of 10 of the world's most viral hooks. And also 10 of the world's most viral video templates, how to structure a video using psychology, and 30 of the world's most viral hooks that apply to any niche. Now, together, combined, that allowed you to create 300 pieces of viral content. Now, our agency has many assets of the like. So we also have a creator dashboard with the content calendar, platform analytics, where we drop all the content ideas and push those ideas through to scripting through to shooting through to editing through to posted, and everyone can track that entire process. And because of that, it allows us to work with people with no friction in any industry. And the team's amazing and very dynamic. So yeah, we've proven that we can do it. We've helped real estate agents, we've helped dropship kids, we've helped crypto guys, we've helped CEOs of many different companies, we've helped flipping holistic healers, you name it, right?
I've had few on those.
Yeah, oh wow. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. We had one in the other day that said she was a holistic healer. Eamon came back, called me and said, they're doing magic in the studio, they've got to go. I went, sure, get rich, now, ban them. So yeah, we can definitely help anyone, and we made it very dynamic. To be honest, there's no real secret sauce other than remaining consistent and doing the right research. If you do the right research on your content and you understand how to deliver it well rather than stuttering, we guarantee that you'll go viral in the first month.
So on top of the content creation, you guys do the Google ads, the Facebook ads, you do mass emailing,
so
mass SMS blast, you do all of that?
So we're a social media marketing agency, right? Now, we have partners. We have some of the best media buyers in Dubai that we refer our clients to, although we don't run ads. We teach people how to make an income or generate leads organically, all right? If we were to tell people to run ads, it would go against our entire messaging, okay? But we do sometimes suggest to people to supplement their campaign with ads, because, listen, if you can create banging organic content and run ads, you've got a recipe for success, right? But I'll tell you the reason why we like social media on organic content versus ads. For you to get 1 million views, targeted views onto an ad, do you know how much it's going to cost you in Dubai? A lot of money, right? At least. Now, the good thing with social media is you can get that reach with a reel for free. And if you were someone that didn't know how to make a reel, and you was a rookie, for example, you'd still get around 2,000 views on average. And that's because the algorithm is testing the relevance of your content, because they are now video sharing platforms and they need to understand where to show the ads in between those videos. So they'll show, for example, real estate ads in between real estate content, because they know that the people that are looking at the content are interested in the ads, okay? So they'll test it. If the engagement is right, they'll push it to the second gate, where they test the relevance again, and if the ratio stays the same, it sends it viral until people stop sharing.
Likes, comments, saves, and share should the video take in order for it to be ranked as a proper quality?
It's about the first hour. So one of the key indicators to something going viral is the rate of share, which is virality. How many times someone shares it, okay?
It's not the likes and the comments.
No. That just gives it the initial kick for the algorithm to pick it up, okay? But it's looking for two things: engagement and view time. It prioritizes view time, obviously, because of ad revenue. So Eamon uses certain techniques like looping, where at the end of the video, that sentence will loop back into the first sentence at the start of the video.
You said it and this morning a story. Yeah.
These are little tricks to increase view time, because now you've got someone watching your video twice rather than once. For example, if you create a piece of content and you say, read the caption, and you create a banging piece of value in text form underneath the video, now people are pausing on that video, but the algorithm still thinks that they're viewing it. So it increases view time. So there's many techniques you can use. Save this for later. These are all CTAs to increase engagement. Being controversial and asking people to drop their opinion below. This increases comments. Comment the word X to receive Y. This again increase engagement and generate you a lead. Do you get it? So you need to pull all of the marketing levers to get the flood. If you're just pulling one, you'll get drips. But if you understand how to follow our checklist and follow it correctly, you'll not only create a viral piece of content, you'll generate leads from it. Now, going back to kind of numbers, if you didn't know what you was doing and you created a reel and you got 2,000 views, right? Now imagine creating 50 pieces of content across 3 platforms, posting it across TikTok, Insta, Facebook, or YouTube Shorts, right? That's 150 pieces of content, 2,000 views minimum. If you was an absolute spanner, That means you're getting 300,000 targeted eyeballs onto your content. Now, if you're using the right hook and the right CTA, i.e., are you interested in buying real estate in Dubai? This is just an example. It's a basic example, right? Anyone who's interested in buying real estate in Dubai or is interested in real estate in Dubai is going to stop because of that hook. You create the right value, and at the end, you give your offer or a CTA. And I've just created a doc that shows how I've made my clients millions in selling property in Dubai. If you're interested in investing in Dubai, comment the word doc and I'll send it to you. Now, all that attention, all that targeted attention that you've got is now pushed into a funnel where you're nurturing them with more information because the reels attract their interest. The ones that take action want more information. The ones that take action on that information are going to convert into clients if you know how to sell. So 300,000 target eyeballs, are you going to sell some shit? Yes, you are. If you work with an agency like ours and you understand, we understand how to go viral, 1 in 5 of our videos go viral, that means you're going to get anything from 300,000 target eyeballs up to 20 million. Are you going to sell some shit? Yeah. Don't be making gimmicky videos it's an outsider building. Don't do it. Don't do it, especially if you don't understand how to nurture the buyer journey, because on average, it takes 7 touch points for someone to buy your shit.
You know what's the issue is like when people, they get that following because of that funny video.
And
Okay? But when you stop doing this, that following will unfollow you. Because they followed you for zero value except that you made them laugh. So same way it goes up, it goes all the way down. Tell us about TikTok, about all of this fuss about TikTok. They're banning it in the States, and what's all this about?
it's just because, you know, the powers that be like to control media, but there's always such thing as a VPN. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I don't know whether they can absolutely lock it off Apple phones. I don't know whether they're going to be doing that. I don't know. But to be honest, how's that going to kind of affect the real estate market of Dubai? Are we interested?
I'm asking because I'll tell you something. Because unfortunately, we don't know with these guys. We don't know with YouTube, their regulations or whatever they say. Anyway, they never make sense. For example, it's the pin. I had a page. I got over 100,000 views. Suddenly, it was gone. For no reason, for nothing. They keep updating their stuff. So I made a new page now, new YouTube page. It's taking ages to take off. Even though I'm using all of the proper keywords, all of the titles, everything, but it's been getting really heavy. Now in the edits, if my editor by any chance puts anything related to the S&P or any chart or any candle, videos gets muted, it's gone, it's removed. Same way when it goes to TikTok. I post something on Instagram, perfectly done. Goes to TikTok, out of nowhere, your video has been muted. Why? It's not even music.
Yeah, of course.
So we're not getting what these guys...
Yes. So what I'd suggest before... Again, if you come to an agency like ours, we've done the groundwork for you. You don't have to do this. But if you are starting out, I'd read the regulations on each page and how the content is recommended. Yeah, so you can tell whether you've been shadow banned or not. You can tell, you'll know if you're going to get shadow banned or not. I'm telling you this from my experience because I already made this mistake. I got shadow banned after supporting Gaza. Yeah,
it happened to all of us. They destroyed my account. I had 900,000 reach, went all the way down to 60,000 in one day.
Yeah, to the point of Ben Shapiro in America, with his little hat on, decided to repurpose one of my reels and stitch it. And it went viral. Another guy called Nate Buzzell, because I was speaking the truth about Netanyahu. Now, I was shadow banned for ages. So I went through all of the guidelines on how Instagram recommend content and how they don't, all right? So I understood what I needed to do. Moving forward, we made many complaints. I got hundreds of people to complain. Had a phone call, got an email back saying that we've not shadow banned you. So I knew at that point it had been lifted. So all I did from then is I followed our viral checklist, started to create content again. And that's how my Instagram's banged from 6,000 followers to over 120 in the last minimum, 6 weeks. So what I'd suggest to people is do your research on the platforms or just ask someone. So you understand how to create content on those platforms, because each platform has its own community. They have different owners with different morals and different standards, right? So you need to understand what the community likes and what they don't like, and how to create content that performs on each platform. Now, also, once you get good at that, I'd then suggest kind of looking at figures. So if you're generating leads, you want to know how many leads you're getting, how many applications or calls you're getting booked, how many people are converting from the first call through to a face-to-face, if that's the way you're going down, or how many people are taking payment in the call, or whatever your sales system is. So then you can figure out at what point in the journey the pipeline it needs fixing. All right, because if you're not generating leads, you've got a content issue. If you're not getting views, you've got a hook issue or a thumbnail issue.
Yeah.
All right. So even the way you dissect a video and break it down, you want to look at where people are dropping off. Do you get it? So with YouTube, maybe look at your thumbnails, maybe look at your hooks, and then
Maybe
see
you look at everything after we finish this part. So
see, I'll have a look. We'll be able to diagnose it. And if you are being suppressed, you've got to understand, AJ, you're a prominent figure, and you're crushing the game. And because you're like me, where we come from, there are other people that feel, unfortunately in this world, they feel like they're more deserving of this role of being a light bearer and someone for people to look up to, right? And you will get people reporting you, bro. You'll get people.
100%.
You will get people reporting.
Get competitors doing it.
Yeah, you'll get it. And for me, I don't really care, because as long as we're giving the value and we're taking care of people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will look after us, because he serves you in the way that you serve others. If you're genuinely caring about your audience and giving them as much free game away to make people money, and you're not charging for it, are you going to make money? Is he going to provide for you? Yes, he is. So I don't watch what people do, but that is usually the case. Usually people are reporting you.
Yeah.
So what I suggest is entering into a dialogue with the platforms to figure out why, maybe. See, you might be able to find something out, you might not. And then from there, just really dissect your content and look at kind of...
Something fun happened when I made the new page. Maybe I had like 1,000 subscribers, and out of nowhere, I get an email that your page has been removed. Like, again, like, for what? And then the day later, they send me that we have done a mistake. Please accept our sincere apology. And the page was back again. I'm like, what is happening? Like, which made me really upset. And I started looking about having everything listed on my own website. Reason being, it's just like, there is no valid reason for me to be banned for any reason. I've never spoke about religion. I've never spoke about politics. All of my conversation, every video you will see is either about fast cars, luxury watches, and real estate, which are my three passions, which is legal everywhere on the planet. So I didn't get to what they're doing. Anyhow, out of every application, which one is your favorite and why?
I don't have a favorite. We like to be diverse, and this kind of solves that problem as well. If you can create an audience on every platform, doesn't matter if you lose one. Do you get it? If some people, a lot of our clients come to us and they're solely working off Instagram, and I say to them, what if Instagram shuts down tomorrow? It did it pause the other month. The other month it was frozen, right?
Yes.
What if Instagram shut down tomorrow? Your entire safety net, how you provide for your family, is gone. How are you going to explain to your wife that you've now not got no money because you solely relied on Zuckerberg? Do you get it? So I suggest that you be diverse and that you understand how to create content on all platforms and enjoy it. YouTube is so good for long form content. Obviously, if people on YouTube have got 5 minutes, they've not got 5 seconds. It's a lot easier to hook people. In fact, YouTube is a search engine. So people are searching for what you're speaking about. So if you were to create a video, how I made $1 million in blah, 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 real estate in Dubai, as a lead magnet. Anyone searching about real estate in Dubai on YouTube is going to come across that video. And do you think someone is going to convert higher if they're already searching for you compared to someone that's just interested in real? If they're actively searching for you, they're going to come there. So I definitely suggest YouTube to nurture the buyer journey. I definitely suggest TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook as your kind of top of funnel to attract the attention to your business, pushing them to YouTube and other lead magnets, and then into your calendar. And you can use many automations like ManyChat for that. So yeah, definitely be diverse. Don't have a favorite. They all need to come as a package, because if you just use one, you're gone.
What do you think about LinkedIn?
I love LinkedIn, bro. I love LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. So it depends. So this is a free game for you guys, right? There's a book called The Ultimate Guide to LinkedIn Sales, or Ultimate LinkedIn Sales Guide.
Yeah, there's that magnet sign on it.
Yeah, read it years ago, right? Great book. So, mate, in real estate, to be honest, I suggest using LinkedIn, because you can go into LinkedIn and, again, this is really good free game, this, right? You can go into LinkedIn, you can search portfolio manager, asset manager, wealth manager, location, Dubai, Oman, Saudi, anywhere within an hour of Dubai, so you can speak to these guys, or even in your target country of the UK. You're going to get above 50,000 results. Yeah, these are people that manage large pots of wealth, and they will actively enter into a conversation with you because their job is to seek more investment, especially if they're already interested in real estate, right? You can run an email scrape on that search. Now you've got 50,000 emails of asset managers, portfolio managers, wealth managers. 1 in 20 odd profiles sign up with a phone number, just like Facebook or TikTok or Insta. Say you've got around, 2,500 mobile numbers of portfolio managers that manage huge pots of wealth. You can start bashing those numbers or have a VA do it to set appointments for you, give her a good script to enter into a meaningful conversation. She'll sieve out the shit. You've now created a network of hundreds of millions. And you've got a 7-touch email marketing campaign pushing them towards having a conversation with you. People, if you've got a good copywriter, you're going to get a 50% open rate. People are going to open around the 4th email. Do you get it?
I cannot get enough from this conversation. I just need to finish it with one last question. AI, VR, and AR.
Yeah.
How with what they're coming with everything, and now we're seeing everything is being used in the video. How long do you think we're gonna still need to make content ourselves until this stuff takes over? Will just be a sound, or
we'll always need human interaction. So, have you ever called a call center and you've gone through an automation, and then you hate the fact that you've had an automation, and you want to speak to a person?
Give me a human.
You want to speak to a human, right?
Immediately.
We're always. This is why there's so much power in community, which is why I'm actually launching a community, because we will always need human interaction to learn from, to buy from, to sell to connect emotionally. You can't do that with a robot. You can't. You can automate certain tasks within your business. It's obviously going to help your business, but from a consumer standpoint, people are always going to need to speak to a people. So yeah, we're actually using AI. I've got a new company launching here. I'm bringing the WeBuyAnyHouse.co.uk kind of business model to the UAE. We're using AI in that. We use AI in MENA, our automation systems for lead generation and whatnot. So yeah, it's
and what is the bare minimum entry to your lowest package? Like if someone wants to test it out and see the result, and based on the result, they can.
So if you've ever read Alex Mosey's 100 million leads or 100 million offers, you'll know that if you create a low ticket offer and use that as the garden to attract the butterflies, you can then upsell people and nurture them along the buyer journey. The same way you nurture someone from a reel to a long form content to consuming it to then jumping on a call with you. It's the same thing. So our low ticket offer at the studio is $100. We don't watch that. The studio actually makes a lot of money, but we don't care because we're just using it as one big lead magnet. Yeah. So someone could come, $100, rent our studio. We have multiple sets, create content, have a great conversation with a content marketer and a videographer, have a laugh, and then we will then upsell them to the agency. Now, the agency offer the minimum that we will work with anyone. It will cost them, the premium $6,000 a month. Why? Because you're getting an entire media team behind you. Like the same level of media team that Alex and Mosey will pay $30,000, $40,000 a month for. We can provide it for $6,000.
So that's 20,000 dirhams.
And then 20,000 a month. Everything.
Yeah, appearance, you make everything. Funnels for
everything.
You kind of like make the life easier for 20,000 dirhams a month.
Minimum. So like that's for kind of the basic entry level kind of service for individuals. The likes of like brands like the Khalid Times and whatnot, they pay a lot more than that to us. But yeah, minimum $6,000. And for that, you're going to get a content researcher, an SEO specialist, a dedicated videographer to follow you around Dubai, an editor to edit everything in line with your brand guidelines, and a social media and community manager to distribute that content, push it all into a funnel, where my half of the team will help you and coach you on how to turn all that attention and those leads into sales.
Like if you want to hire those, it's a 50,000 dirhams a month. I'm talking from experience. Khalid, this has been amazing. Thanks a lot for coming on the show. We're going to put all of your credentials, everything where people can reach out to you directly, whether they want a personal advice, religious advice, social media, content creation advice. And I'm sure you're going to be welcoming everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And I hope to jump on again soon. It's been a great conversation.
You like this episode, and see you in the next one.
Anthony Joseph, Prime Stay, Holiday Homes. Most awarded agent in Dubai, his name is Anthony. Portfolio